Hey guys, we're talking about disc golf again today. This is a follow-up to part one about your entry disc. We're going to talk about some different plastics on the market. The most common plastic you're going to hear about is DX plastic, which is a economical way to get into a disc. DX plastic holds its shape pretty solid. The next one up is a Star plastic. I actually don't have any Star plastic. I have Champion Star, which is this translucent type of plastic. It's a bit of a more flexible, but at the same time more sturdy and rugged. And then we're going to see a Blizzard plastic. You can see here they're called out at the bottom of the screen. There's a Blizzard Champion. This is just standard Champion Star. And they're not going to say anything on the DX plastics, but you can tell that it's the most dark plastic. The reason you get a DX plastic is they're the cheapest. They wear in nicely. They start to build character. This is a disc I've had for quite a few years here. You can see just the wear on the rim. And it does affect the way it flies. However, it makes it unique in the way that it flies. I think it wears in a good way. Wears a good thing on these discs. A disc that I've had almost as long is actually this T-Devil. You can see how faded out the numbers are on it, but overall the condition of the lip is amazing, and that's what the Champion plastic's going to do for you. It's going to stay nice a lot longer. Same with these two. I bought these two as my first two discs. That's a T-Bird. You can see the wear on it. And then this is a Leopard Champion DX. Champion plastic. I had this for the same amount of time. Literally bought it on the same day, and it's just amazing the difference of how they've worn in. Is talking about curvature of discs, flight path, hyzer and anhyzer. So a lot of discs, every time we're going to call it just your good old backhand or your beach throw, just right across the body and out. Every time the disc comes out of that direction and it's spinning, it's going to be spinning clockwise as it comes out of the hand. As it comes out clockwise, at the end of its toss, it drops out forward edge. Alright? So throw it forward edge. You can actually buy discs that come out of that forward edge more aggressive and less aggressive. So in theory, let's say you're trying to throw to a pin that's here, and you're throwing from the edge of this tee basket. With a disc with not too much hyzer on it, a 0, a 1 maybe, you could feasibly throw that like your beach throw, your backhand, and throw it on the inside and catch it. Now it takes a lot of accuracy with that, and there can't be any wind, and everything has to be lined up just right. Versus, I get this disc out here called the Nuke by Discraft. It's crazy aggressive on its hyzer. It comes out like, you know, like nuking out of the corner. I can actually I prefer to throw the inside line behind all of this because it's going to come out so hard. So I can throw through here and come out the backside. Now when you're standing here at the tee box, there might be a lot of trees all up in here. There might be a river. There could be a whole bunch of problems here where this open line might dip underneath power lines, or it might come out above a road and come in the backside. So choosing the line and having option A or B to throw on that. Throw something with not too much curvature at the end, not too much hyzer, on the inside line with some accuracy and thread the needle, or throw something that's just going to come out hard on the backside and play the back door on that. 2 discs for that option. I'll generally pick the back door option like 8 out of 10 times. Grab the Nuke. It's going to come out hard every time. So when you're picking discs, obviously it's nice to have some option from the tee box to be able to play inside or outside depending on the hazards on course. as you get to mid-range and you're on the fairways and you're kind of working your way down through the trees or maybe through the opens. Again, it's nice to have something like a Skeeter, 0 on the curvature. And we've got in here, this is an old Banshee. This one comes out really turny, so you can throw some edge on it, get it around the trees. And then when you get to putting, it's just nice to have a straight up putt and approach, mellow disc to get it in the basket. So when you're looking at discs, we've talked about the speed matters and how much it drops out that matters. The other big thing in there that I didn't mention is the weight, how heavy the disc is. You can picture the comparison as a lot like throwing a golf ball or throwing a ping pong ball. It doesn't take very much effort to throw a ping pong ball. You just throw it and it'll lob. Now if you try to whip that ping pong ball, it just goes all crazy. Also, you can picture in the wind on a windy day. If you throw a ping pong ball, the wind just takes it wherever it's going to go. Versus a golf ball, in the headwind, you can throw that and it's going to stay its course. Now, the downside is it takes a lot more oomph to get that golf ball going hard. And when it goes, it holds its line really well. It's not very forgiving. It's going to go where it goes. If you miss it a little bit, it's going to hold that line. A ping pong ball, it's not that accurate to begin with, but it's not going to punish you that bad either until it comes to a windy day. So when we're looking at discs at the store, all the discs that come out of the factory will be weighed at the factory, and they'll put it on the bottom with pen. I've gone back through my discs because they're old and actually just put them on my kitchen scale and weighed them in grams to rewrite down what they weigh. You can't see this one, but I can see it because of the way the light hits it still from the factory. You can see this is a brand new DX. I got this last spring. This is coming in at 175 grams of plastic. What I had mentioned also is the type of plastic called the Blizzard. This is a Blizzard plastic, distance driver. 13 on the spin, 3 on the cut. Blizzard plastic has actually a ton of holes in it. It's got a lot of almost like a fizz. So you're getting a disc that seemingly has more weight to it, but it's actually coming in at 148 grams versus 172 grams. Alright, so folks, in conclusion, 3 discs. Driver disc, fairway disc, putting disc. And off you go. Get out there, have some fun, learn the plastic, buy new plastic, try it again. Throw the disc, see what works for you, replace the plastic that doesn't, pass on to a friend, buy yourself more plastic. As you see, I've accumulated a lot of plastic over the years just by doing that same process. Buying something that looks good on the shelf, doesn't work so great in the field. Maybe something that doesn't look so great on the shelf, but ends up being your very best disc in the end. So just a bit of trial and error. We'll talk more about this in depth in the next video. Have a good one.